I wish someone had told me what I'm about to tell you, because it would have saved me months, more like years, of feeling crazy. Doctors would tell me it was just in my head, but it wasn't. Over half of the women experience the same thing, but nobody talks about it. About 80% of women experience hormone imbalance. It's a lot. And we don't even realize it. It doesn't get talked about enough. In my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to explore more about cortisol. What is it? What does it do? How does it change us? So let's get into that. Some of you may know what it is, and some know little about it. But it actually affects so many things that you probably didn't even know. I actually have been waking up with headaches the last few days, and I'm not the type of person that gets any headaches or migraines or anything. So it's weird to me. So it just got me thinking that this is something we need to talk about. And it might be able to help you understand yourself more, why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And for those who don't know, cortisol is your body's stress hormone. And it's made by your adrenal glands, right above your kidneys. Think of it like your body's alarm system. It helps you wake up. It helps you react to danger. It's there for stressful situations. But what does it really do? I don't know about you, but I didn't know much about it. What all it affects. When you have too much cortisol or too little, what happens to your body? So, I did a little digging. So what it's super important for is your energy. But it does help you also focus and stay alert. It helps with inflammation. It helps to regulate blood pressure. It helps your body to use fat and protein and carbs. But you need just the right amount. Too little or too much will derail you. So what causes high cortisol? Aside from stress, anxiety, lack of sleep, over exercising, which I did not know, poor diet, too much sugar, too much caffeine. You kind of have to have that in moderation. Certain medications, like steroids, can cause you to have high cortisol. Depression, trauma, Cushing's syndrome. I had never heard of that before. I don't know if any of you have. Cushing's syndrome is a rare medical condition that makes your body produce too much cortisol. And when your cortisol is too high, that's when you start to feel tired all the time. You start to gain some weight, specifically around your belly. You're irritable, you have mood swings, trouble sleeping, you get acne, skin thinning, your periods become irregular, you feel weakness in your muscles. So there's a lot of symptoms to it, and it's something that we need to look into more. But you can also have low cortisol. This can happen because of long-term stress or burnout. If you suddenly stop taking steroid or those specific medications. Addison's disease is when the adrenal glands are damaged. That's also something rare, but we should not overlook it. Some symptoms of low cortisol are going to be constant tiredness or weakness, dizziness, especially when standing, low blood pressure, weight loss, nausea or stomach pain, which sometimes I also have. If you're craving salty foods, it also does cause mood swings, so that could be either or. But how do we control it? What do we need to do to help ourselves? And some people may need to write this down. I'm very forgetful. So I need to set myself reminders on my phone to take my medication and different things. Drink water. So I don't know if anybody wants to go ahead and write this down, because this can help you in many ways. Of course, eating a well-balanced diet or well-balanced meals. Eating well-balanced meals helps a lot. Reducing the amount of caffeine and sugar, because caffeine, I don't know if you guys know, but it does trigger anxiety. So the more caffeine, the more anxious you're going to be. Sugar, same thing. Exercising is always good for mental health, not just physical health. But exercising is something to do, not too much. Just enough for yourself. Each person is different. Deep breathing, meditation, taking breaks to manage your stress, going outside to get some fresh air, or just standing in nature is always helpful. Mother Nature is always, I believe, the best medicine. and try to maintain healthy relationships. That's a big one too. And we'll get into that on a different video, but I've had to X out many toxic relationships, including family, which is one of the hardest things to do. But it takes a toll on you when you're around that constant negativity. But also getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. And it's actually, studies have been done saying that women need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Men don't. That's different. And that's because our brains work a little differently. We use our brains more, we multitask, so we need that recovery time. We need a longer recovery time for that. And sometimes it's more than that for someone else. Sometimes it's because of your hormones that you need more sleep. Sometimes your estrogen and your progesterone rise and fall during your menstrual cycle, or pregnancy, menopause, and so that can mess with your sleep. So if you're like a light sleeper or you're getting disruptive sleep, then you're going to need more hours to fully recover. We're also just more sensitive when it comes to our sleep, unlike men. But when you get less hours of sleep, 5, 6, 7 hours, it can affect so many things aside from your brain. It can affect your weight, it can affect your insulin resistance, it can affect, it can actually affect your immune system as well. And men, on the other case, they don't have to worry about any of that. Of course, life is always harder for a woman. But men, they don't experience monthly periods or menopause or hormone fluctuations. So they don't need all the sleep that we need. They're fine getting 5 hours of sleep and it doesn't hurt them. But remember, our hormones affect everything. So you're not crazy. It's not all in your head. Don't let doctors tell you that it's just you. If you feel it in your gut that what they're telling you is not right, follow that intuition. From someone who fought for their health for 2 years, follow your gut. Fight for your health. If no one's told you today, you're doing your best. And that's enough. If you learned something today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our safe space for women's health. If there's a specific topic you'd like for me to cover, put it in the comments, reach out to me, and we'll talk about it more. If you'd like your story to be known, reach out to me. Follow me for more honest talks about women's health. No filters, no shame, just truth.